Today we're breaking down documentation and version control of change management for AP Cybersecurity and CompTIA Security plus SY0-701. And this topic is all about one big idea. If you change something and don't document it, future you will suffer. In Domain 1.3, you are expected to explain the importance of change management processes and their impact on security, and that includes documentation and version control. Change management keeps systems stable and secure, and documentation plus version control makes sure changes are clear, traceable, and controlled. Documentation is written or recorded information that describes a system, process, or procedure, and it serves as a reference explaining how something works, its components, and how to use or maintain it. In real-world security, documentation allows teams to understand configurations, security controls, and processes without guessing. On the exam, this appears when a scenario describes the need to describe a system or process so others can understand and maintain it. The correct concept is documentation. Without documentation, organizations rely on memory, and memory is not a security control. Updating diagrams is a specific part of documentation. Diagrams such as flowcharts, architectural diagrams, or network maps visually represent the structure and flow of a system. Updating diagrams means revising these visual representations to reflect changes in the system so they remain accurate. In a scenario where a company upgrades its network topology, but the network map still shows the old design, the correct concept is updating diagrams. Diagrams matter because security teams rely on accurate visual representations to understand data flow, network segmentation, and potential attack paths. Updating policies and procedures is another critical part of documentation. Policies and procedures are sets of guidelines or rules that outline how an organization operates. Regular updates are essential to keep these documents aligned with changes in business processes, technology, or regulations. In real-world security, outdated policies can create compliance risks or inconsistent behavior across teams. On a CompTIA-style question, if a scenario describes new regulations or new technology requiring changes to company rules, the correct concept is updating policies and procedures. This ensures everyone follows the latest approved guidelines instead of outdated instructions from 5 years ago. Version control is a system that manages changes to documents, code, or any other collection of information. It tracks alterations, maintains a history of changes, and facilitates collaboration among multiple contributors. In software development, version control is especially important because multiple people may be working on the same code base at the same time. On the exam, this appears when a scenario describes tracking changes, maintaining a history of edits, or managing multiple contributors working on the same file. Version control matters because it prevents confusion, supports accountability, and allows teams to roll back to previous versions if a change introduces a security issue. Documentation, updating diagrams, updating policies and procedures, and version control all contribute to clarity, accuracy, and effective management of information within an organization or project. They promote consistency, collaboration, and the ability to adapt to change while maintaining security. The key cybersecurity takeaway is that effective change management depends on accurate documentation and structured version control to keep systems secure and organized over time. If this helped you understand today's topic, consider liking and subscribing for more cybersecurity lessons like this.